Hello and welcome to the Dark Death Evil channel. I'm your Dark Death Evil host, Soulgrave, and this is Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls, PTR server. This time we're going to be running with a Barbarian, a little bit different. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see what we got. So we've got the Gavel of Judgment, so they kind of modified this one. To give it the Hammer of Ancients returns 25 fury if it hits 3 or fewer enemies, which is pretty awesome, considering that the Hammer of the Ancients costs 20 fury to cast, so it immediately refunds itself, which is good, very, very good. Man, it's a pretty good roll, considering that it's not ancient and gives us that 30% extra damage on top of that for our ancient's damage. We're going to be using 5 out of 7 of the Immortal King's Stride. The 2-set bonus, obviously, our ancients last until they die, which is almost never at this level. T6, your ancient should never ever die. Gonna reduce the cooldown of Wrath of the Berserker and Call the Ancients by 3 seconds for every 10 fury you spend with an attack. So that means we're reducing the cooldown of both of those skills by 6 every time we use our Hammer of the Ancients skill, which is great. And then of course, while Wrath of the Berserker and Call of the Ancients is active, we deal 100% increased damage, which is good. We got some little extra vitality because we were running really low on life, so I kind of started to roll for it. Movement speed and the ancient hammer damage. Pretty basic stats, so strength could be a little bit better on that one. I opted to go with the Witching Hour and put the Royal Ring of Grandeur in the cube, just because the amount of damage that we're going to get at this is pretty significant, so that's why we went for that. We're rocking our Focus and Restraint. Again, I don't have the strength rolls on there, but the critical hit damage and critical hit chance is too good to pass up for me. We'll take a look at this one. We want to roll our Call of the Ancients damage on that, our Call of the Ancients damage on that. And then you want the, you don't need the trifecta, you just need the crit hit damage and the crit hit chance. You're not worried about the cooldowns. We got cooldowns for days, so yeah, no worries there. On this one, our Call of the Ancients gain the effect of Ancient's Fury rune, which essentially gives you a second passive that you have already that I will be using on this build, which every time you spend, or for every fury you spend, you gain about 1,000 hit points. So we'll be gaining about 20,000 hit points from this item, another 20,000 hit points from our passive ability, and then there's another skill that we're going to be using. So we're pretty much going to be getting about 60,000 hit points back per hit, which is great. Love it. And then of course you want your crit hit chance on your set helm. And I put life in there again because I think I was running around like 200k life, which is a little low. Lightning damage and the crit hit chance, crit hit damage is great. No socket, which is a shame, but you know, good overall. And then our Bracers of the First Men. So this one is Hammer the Ancient. When Hammer the Ancient hits an enemy, you gain up to 100% increased attack speed for 3 seconds. Of course, this one has only rolled 84%, but it's still very significant, very great. Love it. You just start spamming the crap out of your Hammer of the Ancients. So let's go ahead and take a look at our cube. Of course, I bet you could guess that I have the Remorseless, so your Hammer of the Ancients has a 30% chance to summon another Ancient for 20 seconds. Of course, you're only going to be able to summon another 3 Ancients, but that's alright, they help out a lot. They get all the benefits that we have here, which is going to be the increased attack speed from our Taskers and Theos we have slotted, as well as that extra 100% damage increase. And then we've got the Royal Ring of Grandeur, which allows us to have that Witching Hour on, which is good. I also put a little bit more pet damage in here for the rune. I need to level up this rune. and then our Bane of the Trapped, which we will be CCing a lot, so this will come into play. Let's take a look at the skills. So our Hammer of the Ancients, Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike! Cost 20 Fury, like I was saying. Respectable amount of damage, and has an added bonus of giving you 1% increased critical hit chance for every 5 Fury that you have. So let's say you didn't have any Fury increasers whatsoever, that's still like 25% increased Fury when you're at max Fury, which you are most of the time in this build. When you kill an enemy with Hammer of the Ancients, other enemies within 10 yards are stunned for 2 seconds, thus proccing our gem, which is awesome. This is also gonna proc either our Focus or Restraint, I can't remember which one does which. Furious Charge, this one's gonna proc our the other one, so we will be able to reap the benefits of that 100%. I am considering changing this to the Merciless Assault instead of the Dreadnought. In fact, I'm gonna try it out, just because I can spam this a lot easier than I can the other one. Wrath of the Berserker, we just want that flat damage increase. Call the Ancients gives us, we got the together as one, 50% of all damage dealt to us is instead divided among the Ancients, which is really good. Gives us a lot of survivability. We've got the Battle Rage. Those critical hits are going to heal us for another 20k hit points. So that's where we're getting that from. And then I gave us some extra Fury because I didn't take the Relentless passive because it's not really needed, I don't think. So in order to get started, we hit our Warcry to get going. We got Bloodthirst, so each point of Fury we spend heals us for that nearly 1k life. And again, we are also reaping the benefits of the Ancient Blessings, which does the exact same thing. Accept. And we've got the Berserker Rage, 25% additional damage when near maximum Fury, which we will be. Nerves of Steel for those uh-oh situations. And Rampage for just a little bit more scaling damage. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and run a quick rift. I do have a lot of fun with this build. I like it better than the Spin to Win, or the Whirlwind build, but that's, I don't know, that's just me. Give me these guys, and let's have some fun. Boom, boom, boom. So you see it does quite a bit of damage. And I'm not even, there we go, not even in this. And our Wrath of the Ancients is going to recharge very fast. So we can pretty much perma Wrath of the Berserker, or Wrath of the Ancients, whatever. There we go, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, no problem surviving T6 at all. I love it. Give me all of that. So apparently they started a new season. I'm just in the... I haven't got a chance to really run it yet. The queue times are really low right now for this, so that's why I'm on it. And I already farmed all the gear I need for the builds earlier when the test server were still going, so we're good to go there. Ooh, shiny. The problem is we don't have any, the drop rate is really low unless you're on the seasons, seasons 4, so, and I'm, hopefully they actually allow that too. I'm not sure because I haven't played yet. I'm just assuming that they're trying to encourage people to test out the new season, so that's why they dropped it off this one. But hey, it lets me do this, so I love it. Although if I thought I didn't have any room for gear before, now I got so much. But as you can see here, like, it's just, we're just everything, just so much fury, just boom, 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 boom. Just lovely, lovely, lovely. And nothing. There we go. Can't argue with Perma Wrath of the Ancients. Like, it's just so good. and then having six little dudes. Yeah, love that too. I would like it, you know, it would be cooler if you could get more, but I can see why they didn't. It'd be probably a little overpowered, but that's alright. So sorry if my throat's a little raspy today. I had to do some running, which I'm not sure if I've told you guys or not, but I hate running. I personally think it's one of the most unhealthy things you can do to yourself. And my body likes to remind me of that every time I attempt it. Yeah, I wasn't running too fast, but just fast enough that I was miserable. Like, had to run 2 miles, ran like 8-minute miles. Just the worst, hate it. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And I'll be feeling it tomorrow, that's for sure. Kind of surprised with like our 5.5 million damage right now for our sheet damage, and plus we're doing another 100 and 250% damage on top of that. Surprised we're not critting for a lot higher than we are, but that's alright. Boom boom, because we are not even threatened by anything. T6, this could easily, I could easily see this going into T8, T9 maybe. I might even try that a little later, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. We're hopefully almost done with this. We definitely did make these last a little bit longer, although the density hasn't been super great, but boom boom. Ooh, another legendary. Lucky. But I need to remember to pop those more often. I'm sure they've been on cooldown or off cooldown for a while. You guys are like, what are you doing? Easily able to keep our 25 stacks of Wrath up. I think I have a decent whatchamacallit, Hellfire Amulet on one of my other Barbarians. Now that this isn't seasonal, I might switch over and do it. Grab that if I can get somebody to come into this rift with me, so I don't lose my Q. Boom, 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 boom. And yeah, just wrecked. Let's name this build Ralph, because it's gonna wreck it. But yeah, that is that's the build, guys. Let me know what you think. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like it, or don't. You don't have to like. You could dislike if you want. But either way, I'll eat your soul if you don't. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Same Dark Death Evil place, same Dark Death Evil time.